Hello everybody, it's me, Nikki, and today I thought I would talk about some of my strategy guides. I believe I mentioned this in a video I posted on Monday. I just thought it would be fun. It'll probably be two parts because I have a whole stack down here and then there's some in my closet which I have to get to, and at the moment it's a trial to get into the closet, so we won't be doing that. And those are guides for games I have finished, or at least that I have played so much I don't really need the guide anymore. So these are games that I'm still playing, or I just kind of like them and I want them to stay out on my bookshelf. So, or I'd actually like to put even some in the closet on my bookshelf, but maybe this one right here, it's pretty tall and these strategy guides are big. So maybe I'll do that, because I do want to, I have some books that I got that I need to put up and I'll organize that maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still thinking about it. So the first book I've already shown off. This is a Chrono Cross. This was originally published in 90... Where is that? It has to be on here. 99 and 2000? Because it probably came out in Japan in 99 first, and then the game anyway. And this is a semi-sequel to Chrono Trigger. It's like, it's got the word Chrono in it, and Chrono Trigger is mentioned, and there's a couple characters that are like call-outs to Chrono Trigger, but it's not a direct sequel. And probably the most interesting thing about this game is because usually in an RPG you have like 6 to 8 main playable characters, but this one, there are just loads and loads. There are so many characters. You couldn't get them all in one playthrough, so you have to play it again and again to get them all. So this is your main character. Serge. He's your silent protagonist. This is one of my favorites. Nikki, not because we have the same name, because we have the same name. His innate color is blue, and he's also a rock star. Who else do I quite like the look of? I like Poshel right here. She is a dog. Not very good, but I still like her. And then you've got these 2 pages are sort of like your older gentleman, which is always fun. And then you have a mother, and this character, Glenn, is hard to get because you have to do something that goes against what a lot of people would do, but he's really good. You can get a dinosaur dragon and an alien. You can get a skeleton. So yeah, that's part of the fun of the game. And then, like most strategy guides, it tells you boss fights and sort of what your next step should be. And then you have all the maps here in the back. That's not my favorite way to have a guide. I prefer the maps of where you are. Like, say you're in a big city, the map should be while you're there, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I still like the game. The next one is a pretty big one. This is Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Well, this is the 3rd Star Ocean game, I think. I have not finished this. I don't even think I've gotten halfway through the game. But yeah, again, this has a lot of characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're all fun and interesting. They do different things. Just a way to keep your party fun, I guess. And you just like go through this whole sci-fi. It's like one of the few sci-fi JRPGs out there. The whole series of Star Ocean. And this one has the maps. Like you're in Sphere 211, and that's the map for the area. And then the rest of this, like others, is items like weapons and potions and stuff like that. And it also tells you some side quests, and if you want to you can like have actions, and your party members will like or dislike you, and it tells you if you want one character to like you more than the others, it'll tell you how to do that. And I do very much enjoy that game, so I would like to finish that. Next up, Saints Row 4. I know it's weird to have a guide for this, but specifically for this one, I don't know. It just seemed... because there's a lot of mini games you have to do that I'm not good at, and this will teach you how to do them. I haven't finished this one. I know. But yeah, Saints Row is just a lot of fun. So, it's got nice maps and tells you how to do everything. I don't think I can show any of this, because it's not a game for kids. But yeah, I like this one anyway. There's a new Saints Row coming out, which I'm excited about. It doesn't seem to have the purple theme at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. Oh god, here's another thick one. Final Fantasy 12. I got to the end of the game and I didn't finish it. The original on PS2. But they've remastered it and I'm playing through it again. I've obviously cracked the spine because pages are falling out, as you can see. And mostly for games like Final Fantasy, sometimes I use it if I'm having trouble on a boss fight, but most of the time I use it... Just take this page out. Because it tells you where the chests are. Also, in strategy guides, they'll show you, like, art of areas, or, like, where is it? I just saw the boss. Or you'll have, like, an image of the monster you're supposed to be beating up. Like this, right there. That elder worm. And when you're fighting it in-game, it's huge and you can't see it. So this is nice. Now I have to put these back together. So, and it tells you like where you can buy everything. I don't know. I know. Some people don't like strategy guides, but I do. And I only buy them for certain games anyway. Oh gosh, my other chunky one. Lightning Returns. This is not a Brady Games, but I don't care. I love Lightning as a character. She is awesome and badass. And this is just a gorgeous book to look at. Like, look at that cover. And then, like, look at that. Look at that. That's cool as fuck, my friends. What's this? Oh. A poster in there. Didn't even know it. Awesome. And it tells you everything that you can do in the game, which I like, because sometimes you can miss stuff. And that isn't fun. I have a lot of Final Fantasy, like this one, Final Fantasy VII, which is probably one of the most beloved Final Fantasy games. This is the original, not the remake. Yeah, it was a remake that they did, which I have not played, but again, I've sort of read it a lot because I didn't have the game at the time, so it felt like I played it. You know what I mean? God, these are chunky. I forgot how big these are. This is Final Fantasy 12-2, the middle of the Lightning trilogy. I played a little bit of it. You can see a little bookmark right there. Is there anything? They have lovely maps. Like this map here. Doesn't tell you just chests, it tells you like items you can find, which is always fun. And some of these places are so big, I don't even know if I could get around without a map. I have a very bad sense of direction. I mean, yeah, you can't really get lost in these games, but sometimes you can. Ooh, yeah. Here's one of my favorites, Final Fantasy X. I mean, that cover, right? The cover is everything. And this I also like. Most strategy guys have at the end the enemies you fight, and if you run into it, you can be like, oh yeah, that's weak to this. Ugh. Well, this is one of my favorite scenes in the game. That whole section is just amazing. And then, yeah, boss fights as per usual. And, you know, all that stuff. And here's all the weapons that they can have. I like these the best. And here's another of my favorites. 10-2. Ugh. This one's a little different because it's broken up in chapters. So you have to, you go through the same area multiple times, but like in chapter 1 is different than chapter 2, but it's the same area, so that's fun. Does it tell you? And you get to build your own sports team, so it tells you where to pick up people for that. There's some mini games it tells you the answers to, which I like because I'm bad at mini games, especially if you have to like remember something. I'm bad at remembering things. Let's see what else. And then it tells you like, because for this game you do percentages and stuff. So if you do that, you should have how much percent completed. And this game is fun because you get, your characters get what they call dress spheres. So they can become like samurai or trainers. So if you don't have it yet, you're like, ooh, that looks fun. This is one of my favorites that Yuna gets. Cause I know it spoils stuff, but A, I don't mind spoilers, and B, I like seeing what could come up and be like, ooh, how do I get that? When do I get that? That's a lot of fun. This isn't a strategy guide. It's a role-playing game, Cyberpunk. This is the 2nd edition. I'm not sure why that's there. Probably because I didn't know how else to put it. And this just tells you how to play the game. It's a tabletop RPG like Dungeons and Dragons, but with Cyberpunk. So I have read this. It was a lot of fun. Because at the end there's how you could, like, things that you could play, and it'll give you like little stories and stuff. That was fun. I'll just keep that one there now. This is Dragon Quest VIII. I have 7, but I can't find it. I have the strategy guide for 7, but I can't find it. And it bugs me because I leafed through that thing because I could not play 7. I had it, but I couldn't beat it. And I just was like... So I just read it cover to cover. And... Oh, yeah. It's just like all the others. You get nice little maps. Characters you can meet. Oh, I do like that. Look at that. Gorgeous. This was on the PS2. And it's now on the DS, I think. And then here are your characters. The pages are falling out again. What else does it have? Pages are falling out in the back as well. So we have to be careful. Items you can get. Like that. Yeah. I just love strategy guides. They're so much fun. What else do I have? Oh, here's some more. Like I'm surprised. Final Fantasy 15. Usually it's only Final Fantasy games I buy for. I don't even buy for Dragon Quest. And I love them both as much. Now this one's different because it's more like 3D than the others. So when they're showing you a map like this, that looks like that could be from planet Earth. You know, like it's a satellite image or something. So that's cool. Look at this. So yeah. And, ooh, some bosses here in the back that I didn't know about. They're big. And the enemies look so cool in this like 3D realistic style. And here we have Final Fantasy IX. I told you I have a lot of Final Fantasy. I bought them. I didn't even own this until recently. Again, I just read it cover to cover. It didn't make sense because I obviously wasn't playing the game. Look at that. That's in-game, I believe. And it tells you, you know, all your characters and when you pick them up. And just, you know, basic stuff. Oh, and they also give you shops. And a lot of them, they'll tell you how much everything costs. So you can, like, start saving up or whatever. Oh, don't go. That'll be a mess. Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, God, the last two chunky ones. Where's Final Fantasy VIII? Final Fantasy VIII might be in the closet. Because, although I don't know why, since I'm still playing it. Okay. Oh, Final Fantasy. Fallout 4, Vault Dweller Survival Guide. Look at that thing. Massive. New Vegas wasn't this big, and I didn't get 3. But they do the thing, like they tell you all the armor. They tell you the quests, but then the places you go to are separate in the back. But they did that in New Vegas as well. And it tells you, like, what you can find there. And this is just for the base game, not any of the add-ons. And then they have fun things like this. That would be in the game. Red Rocket. Or Spot a Common Devil. Because that's the era that it was. But yeah. It's just a really detailed book, obviously. And then, like, for some quests, there'll be different options, and it'll say, if you do this, this will happen. If you do this, that'll happen. So you get to make your choice. Oh, God. And then finally, oh, God, another big one. These are by, this one's by Prima. It's Prima, and this one is too. Prima and Brady Games. They might be the same thing now. I can't remember. Oh, God, Skyrim. And that's just the base game. That's not any add-ons. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how big this is. And it's so heavy. But it tells you, like, everything. These are, like, little side quests. And they'll tell you, like, the Daedra quests, how to do those. There's all of them there. It'll tell you how to get married. The Brotherhood, and all the, like, the Brotherhood quests are all grouped together, and the Assassin's quest, oh, that's the Brotherhood. What's the other one? The Thieves Guild is all grouped together. And then it's got, oh god, a checklist here, so you know if you got it or not, which I never use. And then what I like, I think Fallout 4 did this as well. It'll tell you character archetypes, so if you don't know what to do, it'll give you, like, here's the race you should be, and then sexuality, or the gender, and your stat focus, and what skills you should work on. I think that's fun. And then it tells you, like, about how to be a werewolf, or a vampire, what happens if you go to prison, how to forge, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. It's very helpful, especially in a big world like Skyrim or Fallout 4, where there's just so much to do. You get overwhelmed sometimes. So, yeah, that's part 1. That was a lot of books. And it's like games like Skyrim. Are you ever really done playing them? No, probably not. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a different kind of talking about books. But yeah, it was fun. I like talking about books and video games, and when the two can combine, that's always great. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers this year, or maybe even 80 if I can manage it. But yeah, that'd be really helpful. Okay. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!